Shalom.
Evening.
Welcome to Spurs Chat. I'm joined tonight by Danny and the return of Simon. Good to see you, Simon.
Evening, gents.
Very sorry about yesterday, everyone. I was ill and I've been busier than a cucumber in a woman's prison, to be honest with you. So I do apologise for that because I did get a few messages about last night, but you would have seen me on here yesterday. Anyway, Everton 0, Super Spurs 3. A gutsy, not at all Spursy display by Tottenham as they took all 3 points at Everton's new stadium. With the amount of crosses and set pieces and corners coming into the box, I personally thought the defence was very, very good. Midfield was okay. The final third looked better when Muniani was on, linking well with Simmons, who again was poor but showed glimpses. Thomas Frank played Kudus a bit more central with Johnson out on the right, so either he or Kudus could help double up with Porro against Jack Grealish. Sort of worked, but Kudus looked knackered to me. Van der Ven rightly won man of the match and was the first Tottenham defender to score 2 goals in one game since Jan Vertonghen at Anfield in 2013. Vicario again was superb, following on from his Champions League heroics. A Beto overhead kick. He was going the wrong way, but somehow got his left hand to claw it away. Fantastic save. And on 72 minutes, a deflected shot again. Brilliant reflexes from him as he pushed the ball wide. As well as becoming the first team to beat Everton at their new home ground, Spurs became the first team to score a set piece against Everton this season and done it twice. I wanted to give a special shout out to Kevin Danzo, to be fair, who made 18 clearances against Everton, the most by a Tottenham player in a Premier League game since, again, Jan Vertonghen made 21 against Burnley in December 2016. He also won 100% of his duels, 6 out of 6, and didn't commit a single foul against the Toffees, such a sound replacement for Romero. And I'd like Thomas Frank to grow a pair and keep him in there. I wouldn't put Romero back in, but we all know he's going to because he's the club captain. Spurs have got the best league away record this season so far, and it's near on perfect, beating City 2-0, West Ham 3-0, 2-2 draw against Brighton, beating Leeds 2-1, and now Everton 3-0. And Spurs move up to third. So I'll ask you, Simon, first, as you ain't been on for a while. Even now, after all this time, a large number of Spurs fans are still moaning about how Spurs are playing. But is it a case Thomas Frank actually doing a good job as he is only playing with the cards he's been dealt with? Or has he been lucky with some of the results which don't really reflect the actual performances so far? Or is it a bit of both?
I mean, look, let's get it right. It's not great to watch, but at the moment it's effective. And he's got to play with the players he's got. He's got no forwards to work with at the moment. And that's got really a big problem. Richie is miles off it. Kolo Muani is going to take a little while to get up to speed, and Solanke's a way off as well. So you look at it and you look at where the goals come from, and they come from a defender and a midfielder. And up top, we just don't look sharp enough. And without Kudus in the team, we'd have nothing up top. And that's the most worrying bit. I mean, the good thing is that we do look solid at the back. So Romero goes out and Danso comes in, and it looks he wouldn't even miss Romero on the back of that. And again, Bentancur and Palhinha protect that back four really well. So defensively, we look solid, and we didn't really look massively in danger at any point. The only problem is at the moment is you've got Simmons and he's not getting up to speed yet. And look, the lad's going to take some time. It just feels like the Premier League at the moment is probably faster and more physical than he thought it was going to be. Yeah. And it's going to take him a little bit of while to adjust. I think he needs to beef up a little bit. But look, we used to have in players the size of Modric in the team, and Modric was an absolute genius in there. So size isn't everything in that. So if you look at it, solid performance, 3 points. And we did things, look, as you said, no one's beaten Everton in there, and someone's got to burst that honeymoon period bubble, and that was us. They've been really strong on set pieces, and we scored 2. So all in all, it was a solid performance. And now we're almost as bad as Arsenal with all these corners, aren't we? But look, it's an effective piece of our armory, and we're good at the back. We're good at defending set pieces, and now we're good at taking them as well. So this our set piece guy is doing a grand job as far as I can see.
So if it was anyone else, I mean, not Man City or Arsenal, Liverpool, they'd be saying it's a good sign that you're not playing particularly well, but you're winning the games, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, and I in my mind, I was thinking, well, Siemens is probably going to be an upgrade on Madders, but so far that's not been the case. But it's going to take him some time, and we're missing Madders. I think we're missing Decky as well. There's players that we're missing.
Solanke, I think.
We're in third without. You look at it without Solanke, Decky, and Madders, who would all be first teamers. So they would all start, especially the way we're playing at the moment. They would definitely all start. So you look at what we've got missing and what we're doing, and you think, fair enough. We just look. I don't know why we're soft at home, but it just feels like the way we're set up at the moment, the defensive stability seems to suit us more going away.
Yeah. Until tomorrow.
Well, look. Let's see if the same happens tomorrow. I mean, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Danny, what do you reckon, then, mate? To the Everton game and your overall.
Listen, it wasn't a performance. It's probably indicative of how Tottenham have been this season. A performance, and it was a workmanlike, a wave performance. How we've been this season, so that is a good sign for us, I think. We still have this worry going forward, don't we? We still have, and we've said this about Frank. He's this tactical boy and all that lot, but he changed it a little bit in the second half, and he made those changes which we were talking about during the game. About he was saying that through the channels down the centre of the pitch is where we were getting beat, and that's where a lot of teams against us have been threading that ball in that either side of our midfield or our front three, which are like wider than the flipping Channel Tunnel. Do you know what I mean? It's so wide up, and he changed that, and he brought them in a little bit tighter. So that did help us in the back in the second half. Frank has my full backing. It was frustrating to watch against Monaco, frustrating against Villa and all that lot, but he has my backing. He started from the back, and he's made us defensively sound at this moment in time. And look, at the beginning of the season, would we have not taken where we are now? 100%. Considering that our home form is absolute fucking dog shit. We are awful at home. The crowd is awful at home. The away support is fucking phenomenal. And it just seems like we're suited at the moment to play away rather than we are at home.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something's got to change. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that Sunday's performance against Everton was a workmanlike one, and they dug it out. And the last two games, Vicario has saved us in both those games. He's not been good all season. He's cost us points.
Yes.
But when he doesn't have that amount of time and he has to react really quick, that's when he's at his best. When he's got the ball at his feet and he's got to distribute it and he's got too much fucking time and he's walking out of his box, that's the frustration side for me. He's just a little bit slow on it, and that's his side. But as a shot stopper, he's looking phenomenal. Defence, I don't really have much problem with it. Spence, I don't think it's one of his better games, but I said the formation on Sunday, he was kind of like left on his own a little bit. So the only route for him to either was to go back the majority of the time. We said that, didn't we, on Sunday? He was generally going back more than what he was going forwards. So, Kudos looks knackered.
Yeah, this is the worry.
Well, I couldn't work out what was going on with him and Brennan. They seem to both be on the right.
But that's what I said.
He was playing on the right.
What they done is they put him there so they could, either one of them could double up with Porro against Grealish. That's why they done it. So at least he recognised the threat.
Yeah. Listen, Kudos, he's knackered, but he's still a threat. He's still can carry the ball. Sometimes I think he's looking for that foul a little bit too much. I just want him to drive with that ball. Do you know what I mean? Get it out of his feet and drive a little bit more, because I think if he gets it down and gets away, then he will beat. And sometimes you see him looking behind him.
It's a worry for me though, Dan, because
they are relying on him. I think
are playing every single game in a minute, and you can't leave them out because they're that important to the team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sar's there. Sar's waiting. He needs a minute.
He wasn't. He was disappointed, wasn't he? Because, like I say, the first 3 or 4 games, he was absolutely phenomenal. Pre-season, phenomenal. So he may get a start tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And I think Gray should get a start because he's not been playing bad. No. Obviously, Frank has his as an 11 that he likes to play up top. I think he should carry on going with, because he needs to play. He can't just. I don't think it's right to drop. I don't think it's right to drop him because he's not at the races yet. We've said it all along. The Premier League is the hardest league to come in and play. The Bundesliga is exactly like playing in Scotland sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Some teams can go there and score 4, 5, 6 nil.
When Sonny came over, he was close to going.
Yeah, exactly. You've just got to stick with him. The boy has quality. He has quality, and it's just unlocking that, I think, at the moment. And yeah, there's times that we sit on Sunday and games before, that little pass, that little bit of awareness.
Yeah,
get the ball out of your feet. You're not going to get that time on that ball. Just get it distributed. Do you know what I mean? And go and look for it again. I think it will come good. I'm 100%. It will come good.
I think the two lads who are most hurt by lack of minutes at the moment are probably Bergvall and Sarr.
Yeah,
I think that they need more minutes than they're getting, because then when they are getting minutes, they don't look at it. Well, I mean, Sarr still, he comes in and he looked solid all the way through, and he was there, and he's always, the boy has got a crazy engine on him, and he's everywhere. When he joined,
Frank's right. We're in 4 competitions.
Yeah.
We're in danger this season. We're in danger this year of doing this year to Kudus what we did to Decky last year, because by this stage, and all the way into Christmas, Decky was head and shoulders the best player we had, and we just ran him into the ground.
I don't think he trusts anybody else to play on the right, unfortunately.
No. I hope Barrow does start, because he never gets injured, does he? But I want him to see. It won't happen tomorrow, but I'd love him to play with 3 at the back tomorrow with wing backs. To be honest.
Yeah, I'd love to see him play 3 at the back.
See that tomorrow, but I never used to rate Sarr. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. Man. I mean, Moani for his. I'd like to see Moani a little bit longer. I'm kind of like hoping that he plays tomorrow night, because we looked different with him, chasing things, and you can see him pointing where he wants the ball and he's going to chase. You can see. I said to Jude Lolo, I said, I just want the boys just to pass that ball through that channel. Sometimes it looks like the pass is there and they wait, and then it's gone. Pass, do it early, take that chance. Because a couple of times when they did it, we've ripped teams apart. We just don't do it enough. And I think that's the side of what Frank does. He wants to try and make us structurally sound. But look, there's 3 points in it, and away from home again, we're doing well. It's just we just need to try and sort out that home form. But yeah, Christ Almighty, if we're grumbling at little things like this when we're 3rd in the league and we've only lost 2 games this season, then it's we know where we want to be. Do you know what I mean? We just keep going.
I mean, if you'd have told me before the season started that we'd be level with Sunderland at this point, I'd probably say, we probably will be.
At the bottom
end.
Well, Harry, sorry, Harry, I didn't answer your question. How do I think Porro played? I thought he was brilliant. And I love his delivery. His delivery is exceptional for me. I thought he was really good. Porro's always good, though, you know what I mean? Sometimes he'll come up against a
but he's another one that tires. Yeah. Because he's playing. You've got Van der Ven who's going to be playing while Romero's not playing. Do you know what I mean? He's a must.
He might not start Van der Ven tomorrow, but I don't know. Maybe Romero could be coming back and he'll play with him. I don't know.
I think that's a bit too much of a chance, to be honest. But then I can say that. Chelsea at the weekend.
I'm actually
Well,
dreading
if we ever want to start playing well at home, that's a good place to start. I think.
I think we should. I'd love to play 3 at the back against them.
Yeah, I would. So on to Newcastle then. We haven't got a good record up there. Will Eddie Howe rest some players? I'm hoping so. But they are the holders. But I'd imagine they might rest 2 or 3, and I think we might rest 2 or 3. Will he put Kingsley in goal to keep him sweet? I don't know. Because you have to rest Polinia and Kudus at some point, don't you? Even if you bring them on with for just the last half an hour.
Yeah, I don't think he'll necessarily do it tomorrow. I think he may.
Yeah, it's a hard game,
the FA Cup's going to be the time, I think, if he's going to rest. At this moment, for me, I think the FA Cup's going to be the games where you're probably going to see us getting rested. I just know.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about this. I did text Danny earlier. I did text songs. I thought it would be working. Bum, 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 bum. This is getting stronger, isn't it? Because I didn't mention it the other day. Because I never mention things until they get a bit of steam. Then I start checking out who's reported it. I'll just give you his rundown on how he's getting on before we go into what we're going to talk about. So far, last season, he scored 21 goals in 34 games. This season, he scored 7 in 9 and scored 1 in 3 in the Champions League. He got 5 assists last year, 3 assists the year before, and he's already had 1 assist in 3 Champions League games. If it was based on footballing ability, I'd say yes straight away. I know Paul Kilby said on the chat, Simon, he'd take him. Would you take him?
Well, this is the thing, right? Look, there was the charges got dropped against the lad, and he's still with the woman in the case. So it's just like, if it's good enough for her, why is it not good enough for anybody else? But there is going to be a load of shit that comes with him.
Yeah.
And the mud's stuck. Whatever happened, the charges got dropped, and he's still with the woman. So who am I to tell anybody about what?
Did you hear the tape though? Because I heard it. Did you hear it, Dad? I heard the tape.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's saying after it was like a game, wasn't it? And she, like Simon said, she's still with him, so maybe it was a game.
Exactly. Why would she still be with him?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that is
we don't know. We don't know.
If he wants to get,
I'm not being funny, mate. He is quality.
He is quality.
He's a quality player.
If he's got any aspirations of furthering his career, and
can you imagine having him on the left-hand side? Mate, he's fucking rapid.
Yeah, and he scores.
And he knows where the back of the net is. It's a no-brainer for me. And I know you're going to get people that are going to go, and I've heard comments already, oh, yeah, he's a fucking rapist and this, that, and the other. Did he get charged? No. So, to me, let's just fucking get on it. If that's what if at the end of the day, if Frank wants to go for him, then why are they not going to go for him? It's not obviously clearly it's not something. It's not a worry for him.
Would he really from there? Surely, there was no mention of any fees. I couldn't find nothing.
Well, if anything, one of the things that Frank always goes for is characters, and so if he had any doubts about this boy's character, he wouldn't be in for him.
No, we'd have to keep an eye on that one, eh? Let me just ask you quickly: if we've got a hard run of games now, so let's fast forward a month. If they suddenly drop like a lead balloon, which could happen, couldn't it? Would you still be supporting Frank? I will be, because I've said to myself already, I'm going to wait until after the summer window to judge him.
Look, I can't see so far. How can you not support him? These managers need time.
Spurs fans out there moaning, it's unreal.
Yeah, they're only moaning because it's not flair football.
Yeah.
That's what
you look at like Amorim, right? He has been hammered for a year and a half, and slowly but surely something seems to be happening there.
Yeah,
he's getting some results together, and like through that run of stinky results, he didn't get the rub of the green, and the club stuck with him, like they did with Ferguson. Ferguson sucked when he first started out as well.
Yeah,
and it's just like, you've got to stick with the manager. You can't be doing like what Forest did with Postecoglou. You literally have a manager for the first 5 games of the season, sack him for no reason, and then bring in someone with a completely different style
Yeah, so
and then sack him like a month later. It's just ridiculous. Now Frank's here, his team's here. They've seemed to have us going in the right direction. Look, November is going to be a tough old month.
It is, yeah.
And we're not going to win all those games. In fact, there's going to be some defeats in there.
I agree with you, Harry.
So it's just like, we've got to stick with him and let's go. Let's go. I've seen enough to know that this is our guy.
People think we're going to get our pants pulled down over the next 7 games. I just can't see us getting our pants pulled down by every single team we're going to come up and play against.
Well, no one's, but the league's funny so far, ain't it?
I reckon the North London derby is going to be the most boring North London derby you've ever seen.
Possibly, yeah. Could be a 0-0.
Derby, is it? It's weird though, isn't it? Because no one's playing like fantastically well, are they? I mean, Liverpool. Weird what's happened to him.
If you want to say a team is playing fantastically well, but it's playing well, then you're talking about Bournemouth and Sunderland at this moment in time. And that's not taking nothing away from Bournemouth, because Arola, I like him. I'd have been happy if he was on. If he'd have come instead of Frank,
yeah,
I'd have been happy. Do you know what I mean?
Glasner,
Glasner. Yeah. But they're the 2 teams at the moment that seem to be playing really well. The football's not that it's not boring. Do you know what I mean? It's not. We're just going about it a different way. Listen, we've gone from one extreme to the other. So Frank and his team and the club have had to start from somewhere. And if that means that we are defensively and structurally sound for the fight that we've got ahead of us, then so be it. Do you know what? If we win every game,
sheets, don't lose games.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? For once, Vicario is not really having to come too much for crosses or anything like that. But we seem to be okay. We seem to that protection, that line is there. Paulino will be making a difference. And I'll tell you what, I agree with what you say, Lou. Yes, Romero's been out, but Danzo has been fucking immense. He has been absolutely immense, honestly. And it just proves what a good, shrewd signing he's been. I heard reports today saying
I still think Frank can get a player out of Dragosin as well.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, and you think about it, we've got the Japanese guy, and we've still got that young Ivanovic as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So centre half wise, we're sound. Do you know what I mean? Danzo has come in and to me, he's made that spot his own. Do you know what I mean? You could play those 3. You could play them 3 together quite easily.
You could do 3 at the back, which would suit us, I think.
Yeah, I think it would. Yeah,
against PSG, it was good, weren't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that 3-4-2-1 system, I think, would be good. I mean, come on, Arsenal in November, they're getting talked up. There's no pressure on us whatsoever. They're getting talked up to winning the league, and if they don't win the league, this, that, and the other, we've got the best away record in the league as it stands and all that lot. Let's just see what happens, because we'll just take every flipping game as it comes, and that's what I said to you I was going to do this year, Lou. So I know I got a bit pissed off with the Monaco game, but I think that's because it was just more of boredom. Boredom had set in, and the way that we were getting ripped to shreds, that and Aston Villa, straight through the middle.
It was the 2 games together as well, Villa and Monaco.
Yeah. But then I said to Lou, Simon, I said, when you've got Frank turn around and said to Odegaard and Kudus, right, hang out wide, just hang out really wide, and then the centre forward just needs to stay in the centre, because, and they mentioned it today. Where did I read it? Something about the Brentford. They pumped a lot of balls up long to their forwards. Now, to me, when you've got Guerrero and you've got Vissa that have been in that transition and they're used to doing that, Richarlison can't hold the fucking ball up.
Yeah.
He cannot hold the ball up. But when you've got those 2 wingers that have been so wide, it's so easy for the opposition centre half to literally thread balls straight through our midfield. And that's what's happened I think that's what's happened in Villa and Monaco. And we got away with one game and we didn't get away with the other. So
Villa was weird for me, because I was sitting there not even worried, like I normally am watching Spurs, and they just scored 2 goals out of nothing. The Monaco game.
And this is the thing. They didn't create any chances against us. They just scored a couple of worldies. And so,
Vicario was well out of his position, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. I think I said this to my mate the other day. We was talking about the Monaco game, and I said, look, sometimes you have to take your hat off to the opposition. Some at Monaco, they're not a great team, in my opinion, Monaco, but some of their interchange in movement, first touch football in the final third was mental. You could watch it. Some of it was mental.
They almost overplayed it at times, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They should. Yeah, they did. So we just got to hope we learn from that next time we play him, because he does study teams, doesn't he, Frank? He watches loads of games.
Well, this is November, right? November is Chelsea on Saturday, Copenhagen, Man United, Arsenal, PSG, and Fulham. That's November.
Fucking hell.
And so it's Chelsea, Copenhagen, and United all at home. Arsenal and PSG away. And then Fulham back at home.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah. But sometimes when you play games like that, there's a consistency with them games. It's weird. You'll either surprise yourself by going unbeaten through all them games, or you'll get hammered every game. If it was underhand, we had them run of fixtures, I'd think we're going to lose all them games. Because the thing that happened before, didn't it? Was it 5 games or something? We got spanked and we had to play the big teams. But like Dan said, I don't think we've got anything to be worried about. I actually don't. But like Harry said, because I haven't been excited, Harry, either, apart from the Everton game when we're coming forward, because we haven't got anything. But I do think there's a player there with Moani, doesn't fuck about if it lays it off quick. And I did think there was only a couple of occasions, but I did notice he did link up with Simmons quite well. And maybe Simmons is one of those players where you'll see the best of him when there's better players around him in that final third. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Richarlison's going back to Everton in January, and we'll go for Greenwood, because there's strong rumours about Richarlison going. And to be fair, I wouldn't be bothered if he went back to Everton.
No, I wouldn't either. I just think it's hard for Simmons at the moment. It's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard for him at the moment, because when you've got 2 wide players, like we said, that are starting really wide, you've got fucking a striker that's fucking got a touch of a baby fucking elephant. And then you're thinking, well, you've then got Paulinho, not so much Paulinho, but Bentancur not lot. Where's the passes come from? Because I can count over all the games that we've played, and even the games that, like against Monaco and that, where Simmons had come deep into the midfield to receive the ball. And even if that's to his feet, to then give it back to that player, he's still dragging a player out of his position. But when you make that run time and time and time again, and you don't get that pass, and you see that pass going backwards to another defender, and it goes round and then keeps on going round, you're going to get sick of it, aren't you? He wants.
You're not going to make that one, are you?
You're not going to make the runs, and you could see that sometimes. I think Bentancur a couple of times was people were wanting the ball passed in, and he didn't pass the ball, and then he looks quite like turns back to Van der Ven, and then Van der Ven would go to Spence. Spence, when he was receiving the ball, was facing back towards Van der Ven, and then he'd go back. So I think it's been a bit. I think it's been difficult for him.
Like I said to you the other day when you were saying about you don't like, as well as many others have said, they don't like that pivot of Bentancur. I still stick to what I say. That's my belief. I think he's put it there on purpose to make us more stable, to try and not concede, because he knows we're not going to score. That's what he knows.
Yeah.
I mean, Nicky van der Ven's top scorer on 5 goals, and then the next top scorer on 4 goals, his own goals. Yeah. So I do still think that is why he's doing it, because he knows. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm not moaning about him. I'm not moaning about him at all. I'm not going to moan about him, because he's playing with the guys he's dealt with. I mean, that front final third is pony in a minute. We are missing Solanke for his goals, but you're missing him for his hold-up play as well, aren't you? Because his hold-up play last season was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It'd be interesting to see if Dominic Solanke is going to be that striker that Frank wants. So,
well, I heard a rumour, Dan.
And me.
I was siding with the racing. I've heard a rumour, it's probably the same one then, that he's not actually a fan of Solanke.
No.
I've seen that floated about a bit, but
I can understand why.
I can, but then again, I think, well, you haven't really seen him fully fit in a competitive game yet, really.
But then how many seasons has he actually had fully fit?
Well, he wasn't injured at Bournemouth at all, was he? They come to Tottenham and the jinx come again. I don't know. That might be whispers.
Well, the other whispers I keep hearing, and don't go away, is Vlahovic as well. So
yeah, I like him. I think he's a good striker.
Well, coming back,
because he's going to be free next summer. So I think
someone
someone could make a move for him and get him for probably 2025. I'd have thought.
We need to get him back here. We really do.
I would say do it in flipping January, and rather than wait till the summer, would you?
Yeah, but I agree with you as well. So I think he will make Dragusin a better player as well. You know what I mean?
The high line just did not suit Dragusin. You watch when
I've seen Mania, they're nothing like
when Dragusin plays international football, different player altogether.
Yeah, because they're deeper. Well, maybe Andrew will end up back at Celtic now, see that Rodgers has quit.
Well, it looks like he is, doesn't it?
I don't know, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah, he's had a little float round, made his millions, and now he can go back.
Yeah.
But no matter what you think of him, I'm with you, Simon. It doesn't matter who you are. You can't give. Was it 39 days? You can't give.
It's ridiculous.
That's just mental. We're not playing FIFA.
And it's like he's got such a different playing style to Nuno. It's just like, how do you take a team that's already played 5 games that season and then try and convince them of playing? And they were very unlucky in a lot of those games as well.
Yeah. It's
I mean, the players, it's the same as our players. The players have got to have a long and hard look at themselves as well.
They have, but we're going from Ange to Frank, aren't we, as well? So there's bound to be a few habits in there, isn't there?
But Frank had a pre-season. Postecoglou had to jump into this when the season already started.
I said to Dan, though, Thomas Frank didn't start well at Brentford. And he didn't start well in his previous team to that. So he's actually, I bet this is probably his best start at a club. I've got faith in him, I have. As long as he gets backed, which surely, as I've said before, in January window, they've got to make a statement of intent. Now Levy's gone.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be that the way that they're setting the club up, and all of the noises they're making, it sounds like the shackles are off. We'll soon see when the next signing we get. What are we going to pay them?
90 million.
If we break through that 200 grand a month, if we could break that ceiling of 200 grand, then we'll see what sort of players we can attract.
But I still think they're going to go 90, and I might even bet £1 that they might actually say, bang, let's do what Arsenal done. We'll just buy our first £100 million player. I reckon they might offer Bournemouth.
What, Semenyo?
I do think that, yeah. And I think that's the only reason why. I think that's the only reason why he stayed, and I think that's the only reason why he signed a contract. They've said to him, look, we know you want to go somewhere else. I mean, admittedly, they're flying at the minute, but I reckon that's what they said. Look, we know you want to go, but we want to get the best money for it. We're not going to stop you going, but we want to get the best money for you. So we'll sign you on a 5-year deal, whatever it was. Contracts mean fuck all now. It just means you're going to get more for the player because you've got to pay for the contract, don't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Simple as that. And if they go in with that, Semenyo, I'll be well happy. Semenyo and Greenwood, bomb job, doesn't it?
So look, of all the players that have been mentioned, I would say Semenyo would be the only one that I think is anywhere near £100 million player that I would be prepared for them to play that sort of money. They shouldn't be paying 80, 90 million for Semenyo.
Do you know what I was just about to say? So I watched him the other day. He was shit.
Yeah,
and I've seen him a couple of times.
That boat sailed now, isn't it?
Yeah, but why? I don't know. Is it because he don't want to be there or what? He was awful, man, the other day.
What a team, though, with Semenyo on one side and Kudus on the other. That would be.
Can you imagine that?
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think if they back Frank with just a couple of big signings.
Go out Semenyo and Vlahovic in January, and then all of a sudden you got Kudus, Vlahovic, and Semenyo up top, and all of a sudden you're talking about a completely different dynamic.
Yeah, because like you said, the noises coming out of the club are the shackles are off. They wasn't happy from what you hear about Levy's transfer dealings. They wasn't happy. So
and the thing is that they say the shackles are off, but the shackles they're part of the club, and they were always part of the shackles. The problem that we've got is that Levy was an absolute bastard to deal with.
Yeah.
But he was dealing with the money that was available because of them. It's not like he wasn't spending money because like he didn't want to spend money. He was spending what was available.
But I'll still say what I always said. The problem with Levy is if you had a player out there that was, let's just simplify it. If you had a player out there that we would be an ideal superstar signing for us and it was 100 million, he'd rather go and get 4 players for 100 million.
Yeah, he would.
This will be the test.
It will. I mean, January is a hard window, but I'm still expecting him to go big on someone.
Paratici's back. We've got a management structure in place. So the only way that they can convince me that they've changed something around is if on the 1st of January a statement signing joins. Other than that, it's just the same old, same old.
I hope not.
We don't want. I don't want them to wait. They just need to go and get it done.
There was another player. There was another player that I did see. It was that one, Semenyo. There was another one, but I'd never heard of. I was going to ask you about him. What's his name? This is it. This has been his release clause is £87 million, 100 million euros. He played as a striker for FC Porto. I can't see this having any legs because he's 21.
That Spanish guy.
He's Samu Aghiawa.
Yeah, he's Spanish, isn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, but I can't see Spurs really going out and spending that amount of money on a 21-year-old.
No, I can't. If they're going to spend big money like that, then they'll spend it on Semenyo, who's in the Premier League already and proven. That, for me, I wouldn't waste that money. If there's no chance you're getting Semenyo for your 80, 90 odd million, then come the summer, he's going to have the pick, isn't he?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I think exciting times are coming, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Each game at a time. Starting tomorrow night.
Anything else you want to add before we go? I suppose we've got to get predictions. I had a few texts in. No one won. I didn't bring it up here. See, my brain's not fun. No one correctly guessed the result, so I didn't win my executive LJ Spurs chat mug.
Bugger. I can't remember what my prediction was for Sunday.
Newcastle. I'll let you lot go first because I don't want to upset you.
It's going to be a really nervy 1-0 to us.
You reckon? Yeah, boy.
2-1 us.
2-1. Oh. Now you've made me change your mind now. Who's this one here? Samu. Oh, he knows him. Samu is a beast, Nigerian parents, born in Spain. I follow it. This bloke will fit Spurs like a glove. Do you know anything else about him, Milton? I'll have to get you back on it soon, mate. You're right. I don't know much about. Is he quick? Is he?
He's big. He's quick and big, isn't he?
I always just think when you're buying from France or Portugal, or whatever, you think, the Premiership. Do you know what I mean? And would he be cheap?
He won't be cheap. I mean, you're talking about 60, 70.
He's banging in the goals. Is he banging in the goals?
He's banging in the goals.
Quick. He's got to be quick.
So come on in. What's your prediction, Luke?
I was going to say 3-1 to Newcastle, to be fair. Our record up there is so shit.
It is, but that needs to change, doesn't it?
And I'll tell you what,
but then our record at Everton is shit. Our record at West Ham is shit. Both 3-0.
This is going to sound really stupid now. I'll say 3-1 if Romero plays, because I think we need Danzo up against their new striker, and I can never pronounce his name either. Do you know what I'm on about? Their new German striker. Yeah, I think that Danzo would do better again. I think if we can if Danzo starts, I think we could win. I really do think we could win. So I'll say what
I'd say for Chelsea.
I'll say 1-1, and then we'll lose on penalties. I'm not confident, Manton. I'm sorry. We'll have a penalties, and the top 5 takers will all be fucking defenders because the strikers can't score. You know what I mean?
Are you chancing with Charlton having a penalty over Van der Ven? Nah.
No. You know what I mean?
Or Paro.
He could take one, can't he, Paro? Fit, strong, physical, both-footed. We could get him for 60 million. Bloody hell. Let's get him then. Aye. Let's get him. Because he knows, Thomas Frank, he's not going to come out and say it, but he knows that Richarlison and
they'll know who they're going to go for in January already. They would have had sniffs and all that lot. So
you know what I said? What did you say? A rocket of a boot on him. you know what upsets me? I said this to you last time, Dan, but obviously Simon went on. Don't you think it's a shame, Simon, that Scarlett don't get any games or game time?
Yeah, and I mean, CARABAO would have been a perfect opportunity, but unfortunately, Newcastle away probably isn't that opportunity.
No. It's a shame, though, isn't it? He might be another one that run of games, but you don't get
Lancashire's making all the noise, though, isn't he?
I don't know. Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing all right, Oxford.
Is he? So I do feel sorry for Scarlett, man. I really do. We'll have to keep an eye on that one, then, however you pronounce his name. Samu. I'll just call him Samu, then I won't bother with his second name.
Just go for Samu.
Well, I'll come back on here on Thursday night. And let's hope if we can beat them at Newcastle, I'll tell you what, do good for the confidence of the team as well, wouldn't it? Because it isn't our place to go. The crowd will be up for it under the lights. Their crowd is mental, isn't it? To be fair, the crowd is mental. I'm probably jealous of their own support, if I'll be honest with you, because they're proper loud. We need that.
We'll never have that.
It's a shame, isn't it? Did you see what someone put on after the Everton game? I should have put it on here. It's they put on there. They took a photo of Everton Stadium and they put, "This is the Tottenham Stadium if you buy it off Temu."
Temu, yeah.
From what the fans were saying, it's a proper nice stadium. I think they got 50,000 in there, and they still made it loud because Goodison was always a loud place to go, weren't it? But they still made it quite loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fair play. So I want that back at home.
And look, when we first opened ours, ours was loud as well. But I didn't go at all last season. And then I go to the Burnley season, the Burnley game, first game of the season. I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. It was like literally, Burnley fans were singing to us, "Is this a library?"
Yeah, yeah. The only time you get it loud now is a European night, a big team, or like one of the big 5 or 6 in the Premier League. That's it.
Yeah, they sing when the Spurs go marching in really loud at the start, and then every now and then, probably half a dozen times in the match, you come on you Spurs, and that's pretty much it.
I would hope for a better atmosphere against Chelsea on Saturday, surely, because I hate Chelsea, didn't we? So, but they're a funny team, didn't they? Chelsea as well. They're either really good or shit. It's weird.
Well, you never know what you're going to get with them, do you?
But even if they'll
be looking forward to. They'll be looking forward. Are we playing them Sunday?
No, it's Saturday
night.
I think it's about 5:30.
5:30, yeah, Saturday.
That's right. Everybody would have been on the sauce all day. Everybody would have been on the sauce.
Lads, thanks for coming on. And Milton,
I'll get
you on the next one, Chavi. And we'll see how we get on tomorrow. And fair play to Spurs in a minute. That's all I can say. I hope you're all well, everyone. Shalom.
See you later.
Yeah, boy.